What is going on, guys? It is Saturn Reaper here, and we are back again, yes, with some more leaks. Literally, my channel should just become a leaks channel, because that's pretty much the only thing we cover on this channel, other than gameplay and other things like that, which, by the way, merch link in the bio, 1, and 2, our next series should be starting relatively soon. I have to decide between Resident Evil 2 and Jump Force. Guys, I have not heard good things about Jump Force at all. I mean, I know the game looks good, but I've heard some bad things about cutscenes and stuff like that. Storyline is not that good, so I don't know if I really want to check that game out, if I want to waste my time with it. Of course, it's new, and it probably would pull a few more views than other games would, but I don't know, guys. Resident Evil 2 is a good game, a lot of good reviews. I've never played it before, would know nothing, and I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm leaning more so towards Resident Evil 2, but let me know down in the comments. Anyways, unrelated to what we need to talk about here is that we do have the Driftin Ltm coming to the game soon. Now, that is in the news tab, but we actually do have in-game looks at this. So someone did go into the coding once again, and I'm going to put this up on you guys' screen here in just a second. And I do have a description of the LTM itself. You guys will kind of see some of the things that he's doing as I'm talking about. So the description that we have is: land near a red supply drop, grab a driftboard and some weapons, and meet up with your team and race to eliminate the enemies. Last team standing wins. So yes, right there you guys see he got it from a red supply drop, which is normally in Playground. Actually, they're using them for this specific LTM, which is actually kind of interesting. You also could see that he got like 4 or 5 weapon drops out of that, which I think is what's going to happen normally. Like, this isn't just like a glitch. I think that's what the LTM is actually going to be like. You're going to have enough weapons for you and your friends to use as well. So, interesting concept there. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the driftboard, because I have played with it. I played with it 2 months ago. Literally 2 months ago. It was actually one of the bigger videos on my channel where we did actually have a glitch to be able to use it in creative mode. All you had to do is use creative mode to get over to the main island, and once you were at the main island, there were a bunch of different spawn points in there that you could actually get the driftboard and play around with it, which I did include clips in this video just a little bit later on here, just so you guys can see that and have a little bit of proof, just in case you don't believe me for some odd reason. So, things that I do know about the driftboard: 1, wraps obviously work on the driftboards. They worked back then, they will work on them now. You were able to shoot while you were on the driftboard. I don't know if they're going to change that with this, but it doesn't seem like you know, with the description that we have, obviously, land near a red supply drop, grab a driftboard and some weapons, meet up with your team, and race to eliminate the enemies, could suggest that, hey, maybe we won't be able to use them, maybe we will, we just don't really know. But again, here's a clip of me actually using it. It's a pretty sweet trick that I did, and this was, again, part of my glitch video that I did, which I can leave a link for at the end of the video. It does not work at the moment, unless they did put the driftboards back in, which I don't think they did, but I could be wrong. So I'll let you guys know after this, or maybe on Twitter or something like that. I'll tweet out if it's possible, but I don't believe it is. I'm pretty sure they've taken them out completely. And again, driftboards, really cool concept. Again, this was one of the spawn points that they had. Now, what's different about this driftboard LTM is that, well, obviously it's an LTM, and it's kind of restricting how many driftboards are going to spawn. Obviously, in this spawn point, there's 4. There's another 4 by Tilted, and this is in creative mode / playground. So it is a little bit different for the spawn rates. Obviously, everything's like 100%. But again, if those spawn points were in the normal modes, then there would probably be 1 or 2 in each spot, and that would make a little bit more sense. Now, since they're doing it in LTM, they're kind of restricting that. Obviously, we're not going to have it in solos, duos, and squads, and which was the initial plan. I don't know if that's still the plan, which is the biggest question in everyone's mind. Is like, you know, we've waited 2 months for you guys to just put it into an LTM. That's not nearly as fun as having it into the main game. Now, it could be something that's coming in Season 8, and again, the driftboard isn't that OP of an item. Again, you can boost with it, you can shoot with it if they keep that mechanic in. However, it's just kind of up in the air at the moment. We don't really know where they're going to go with it. So that's the main things that I want to cover here. I think those are the biggest 2 things that we want to talk about. Is just the driftboard in general, kind of the things that I know from using it, also the things that we know in terms of like how it's being implemented at the moment. Now, again, they're very vague, but coming soon is most likely going to be on Tuesday, I believe. There's no update this week, just so you guys know. There is no update. I told you guys that the last update was going to be this last one, which is V7.40, and we weren't going to have another update until the new season, and then maybe even something to just kind of prep for that season, if anything, but it's not going to bring any major leaks. Now, we should start getting teasers, funny enough, for Season 8 within the next week, I'd say. This coming week will be a good week to start, because next week's the week of the 23rd, 24th, and then that following week is the 28th. So maybe the 24th we'll get our first teaser, or the 25th, potentially, we'll see. But they could start a little bit earlier. That'd be nice. Who knows? Anyways, besides the point, though. So again, driftboard LTM coming relatively soon. Obviously, you guys will be able to get those from the supply drops. We don't know what the spawn rates are going to be like. We don't know if we're going to be able to shoot on the driftboard like we were in the build of it 2 months ago. Again, things can change in that big time frame, and we also just don't know if it's ever going to come to the main mode. So I don't even know if you guys would like it in the main modes. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would actually enjoy seeing that in the main mode. Now, another thing I want to talk about here, while I have you guys, obviously we have a couple more minutes of gameplay here, so I don't want to waste those as well. I might as well let you guys talk about a few other things that are going on. So, one, my birthday is tomorrow. So if you guys didn't know that, my birthday is tomorrow, and it's pretty exciting. And again, this rest of this video is going to have nothing to do with the drift board. So if you guys don't want to listen to me talk anymore, just go ahead and click away. I don't mind, but make sure you leave a like before you leave. But we also have some things going on with the earthquake still, so we still are getting a lot of cracks in the map, and they're all staying in the northeast corner of the map, which again is still really weird to me how they haven't spread it further down to the middle of the map towards the bottom half of the map or whatever. And it seems like something's going to happen in that area. Now the cracks are there. We also know that Burnt Wailing Woods is going to happen relatively soon, so those two things are happening all in the same area. I don't know why the earthquake / crack things are happening then, and why that needs to be the build-up for that section of the map. Are we going to lose that entire section of the map potentially? Again, leaks don't always confirm everything. There's more things that can be leaked within all of that stuff that we just don't know about, and then we won't understand until the full thing happens. We're like, oh, that's what that was for, or like, oh, this is what the whole event is. So obviously they're going to leave some things out, just like encrypted skins. Again, there's like 9 encrypted skins that we don't know about that are going to come out over the next week or so, that are in the game. And again, those are things that we just can't find out because there's only so much that leaks can do. Now these leaks recently have been above and beyond. Obviously, we have been able to get tons and tons of information about what obviously Burnt Wailing Woods, about the Driftboard LTM, and obviously we've been able to kind of track the cracks and see different things in games. So I don't know, there's a lot of things that we can see, a lot of things we can't see, and leaks are very, very interesting, and that's why it's kind of somewhat risky to cover them, because again, there's never any confirmation, and I try to obviously avoid clickbait on this channel. So obviously anything I put in the title is 100% legitimate. I don't try and like beat around the bush or anything like that. So anyways, I can't talk anymore, I can't ramble anymore. Sorry guys, I love you guys. Make sure you leave a like, sub up, share around, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.